Coach was asked several questions about your position last year, your position as a freshman, your position now. How do you feel about how you will be deployed in the defense?
I feel good. Obviously, I feel anywhere I play is going to be best for the defense and best for the team. So I'm always excited with that.
Where did you work in spring? How do you feel like you're going to go?
Will Backer. I was working Will Backer a lot. So, yeah, that's the direction. But obviously, in different packages and different downs, I could be moved around.
Why will you be even better this year, do you think?
I just say because I feel like I've matured in a way. I've been watching a lot of film. I'm not just going out there and playing. I feel like my freshman year, I just went out and played, I didn't have no worries. This year, I'm actually locked in, watching a lot more film, just taking my preparation to a whole nother level.
What did you learn from watching that film? What was kind of the biggest takeaway?
I'm just trusting what I see.
Do you think that was some of the troubles maybe a year ago when you weren't making the play that you thought you were going to make?
No, I don't think that was the problem. I just know, just from playing inside backer, from the short time I've been playing, you got to trust what you see and go with it. Don't second guess what you're seeing and don't think too much. I feel like that can be another way that can get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Thinking too much, just go out there and play and let your talent take care of itself.
Harold, when you changed your commitment from A&M to LSU, was it something that A&M dropped the ball on, or did LSU just sell something that A&M didn't have?
No, it was more so from a development standpoint. This is home for me. LSU was always home, so that's really what that came to.
You put on some muscle in the off season. Is that going to affect your speed at all?
Nah, not that I feel. The work that I've been putting in this off season, I've been moving well with it, and I'm excited. I'm just ready to see where it's gonna go.
Do you feel like in the NFL your long-term position is going to be inside linebacker or like off-ball linebacker?
I feel like it can be anywhere. I don't put myself in categories like I do this. This is what I am. I'm a ball player. I can play anything from running back, quarterback, receiver, linebacker, D-line, whatever.
How do you think about the debate around your best position? Like, everybody talks about it. Like, what do you think about it when you hear other people on the outside?
I think it's cool, but I feel like I could do anything I put my mind to.
What's the thing that you enjoy doing most when the huddle breaks and you get to do that specific thing? What gets you most excited?
Just going out there with my teammates, and just making our pass, letting our pass do the talking for us. I say that.
When you play the new EA game, you're going to line yourself up at off-ball linebacker or edge rusher in? How are you going to use Harold Perkins?
I'm gonna mix it around. He's gonna be all over from the D-line. I probably even move him at safety.
What's the identity been under Blake Baker?
Just aggressive. He's an aggressive coach. I love his coaching style, and I'll probably say that just being aggressive.
Kind of along those lines, Coach Kelly talked about the need for the team to be more balanced defensively along with the offense. From far as the defensive perspective goes, what kind of onus are you guys kind of putting on your shoulders to make that happen?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, what kind of onus is the defense putting upon itself to make this team more balanced than what it was a year ago?
Obviously, last year it wasn't a secret. We had a few hurdles and obstacles that we had to overcome, and I'll just say that. Just using that last year as a motivation, I'll probably say that.
To the expectation of being a receiver at LSU. You look at our past record of what LSU receivers have been able to accomplish. It's special to be a starting receiver at LSU, and I think they know that. And they attack it. They have the mindset that they're ready for it, and it's their time. So.
Now in a leadership position, what unique things do you have to bring to the table?
I think for me it was just working on gelling and meshing with my teammates. Spending time with them outside of the building and building relationships that can translate onto the field. I think that's where it starts. So that was kind of my biggest goal this offseason was just getting to know the guys that I'm playing with in and out, and really really truly caring for them and getting to know them as people, not just players.
Death Valley is a new destination for Oklahoma. What should Sooner fans expect there? And in general, how hard is it to win on the road in the SEC?
Yeah, the SEC is different. And Oklahoma is a very, very storied university. And they've experienced things like this before. I wouldn't say it's anything new. But the SEC is an unreal environment, especially Death Valley on a Saturday night. There's nothing like it in all of college sports, no matter what anybody else has to say. If you go into Death Valley on a Saturday night and you can experience it, I'm pretty sure we had an earthquake last year because of it. So there's nothing like it.
Garrett, you talked about your dad a minute ago. Last year you coached with Steve Sarkisian. Just wondering if you had any recollection or stories of his time with Coach Sark.
Yeah, I love Coach Sark. I got to spend a lot of time around him as a kid at the University of Washington. And I got to know his family very well, so I love them very much. Coach Sark was awesome. He was always really, really great to me, and I really, really appreciated that. He always let me around the building and things like that. So that was really, really cool as a kid, getting to be around, things like that. And so I really appreciate Coach Sark, and, I'm really always rooting for Coach Sark. So.
You've got DFW ties. I wonder how you feel about this being SEC country now, and what makes that a cultural fit?
Yeah, obviously, I went to high school here. I would say, the mindset and the level of intensity of Texas high school football. I think that Texas high school football is the SEC of high school football, if you ask me. I think SEC football is only second to the NFL. I think there's nothing else like it, and I think Texas high school football is second to other than college football. And I'll argue with anybody any day. It's just when you have kids that start in 8th grade playing in the same offense and defense that they're going to play in their senior year of high school, those kids are different. They're trained in that system. It's just like college. So I truly believe there's nowhere like Texas when it comes to high school football.
Do you think adding another Texas university in the SEC is going to impact recruiting at all for Texas high school football players?
I don't necessarily know about that. I wouldn't say I would get into much of recruiting of Texas. I think Texas has done a really good job in recruiting, and I think they'll continue to do so. I think the entire SEC is a very attractive brand for any type of recruit wanting to go play in the SEC. So,
Garrett, did you ever consider transferring from LSU, and if not, what has kept you so long in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, like I said, I felt like it was my duty, to honor, the relationship and the things that that I had. I felt like talked to God about when I was trying to make my first decision on where to go to school. I felt like there were things and signs that he brought me to LSU, and I felt like he did that for a reason. And like I said earlier, I felt like it's my job to just trust in him and keep my head down and just work to continue to get better. So.
Garrett, what's been your relationship like with Joe Sloan? How has that helped you develop as a quarterback?
Yeah, Coach Sloan has been an unreal help to me. Just over the last 3 years, he's been very honest with me. He's been almost like a mirror for me, and he's caused me to be honest with myself and to understand in areas that I need to improve on. And so I think he's also done an amazing job of helping me accomplish these things. So not just telling me what I need to do, but also showing me how to do it.
What did you see from the defense in the spring?
Yeah, the defense. I think they look really, really good. Coach Baker has done an unbelievable job since he's arrived. And the amount of things that they do differently, just as far as schematically wise, it's very challenging as a quarterback to face. So they pushed me every single day, and I really appreciated that. It was great work, and obviously you got guys like Harold Perkins and Greg Penn and things like that. Those guys can cause havoc. So you always got to know where they're at, and things like that. So
back in DFW, how do you think that playing at Marcus High shaped your experience now?
Yeah, like I said before, I feel like Texas high school football is second to none. So getting to experience that, like I said, it's almost like a college, just the way things are organized and ran. And so, it prepared me a lot for the next level, especially coming into an SEC program. Some guys that go to different high schools and there's not a lot of organization or things like that, they struggle when they first get to school. I feel like Texas high school football prepared me for the next level as far as, how the structure-wise worked.
Garrett, what was your experience like in Manning Passing Academy, and what was it like competing against big name guys like Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. The Manning Passing Academy is something I look forward to every year. I've been blessed to go twice now. I had a great time, and it's cool getting to be around guys like that. You build relationships with other starting quarterbacks in the country and things like that. And the Manning family obviously is unbelievable. They're a great family. So you're around a lot of really, really smart minds, really a lot of experienced minds. So just trying to pick everybody's brain, you're always trying to learn different things, get different, bits and pieces from anybody. So.
Did you get to spend much time around Jackson Arnold that week?
Yeah, I like Jackson Arnold a lot. That's my guy. He's a really, really good dude.
What were your impressions of him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great dude. I'm really excited for him this year. I think he's going to be very, very good.
Garrett, another question about a quarterback from there. Jalen Milroe, what do you think of him and his game and what he brings?
Yeah, Jalen's a special player. I think anybody that watches SEC football has seen that. I think he's done a really, really good job for Alabama, and I think he'll continue to do so.
Who's the best quarterback in the SEC here? You can say yourself.
I don't worry too much about that. Like I said, I'm focused on my team and winning games this fall. So.
About 15 miles from here, tomorrow night, the Paul Skeens is starting the All-Star game for the National League. How big is that for the program as a whole at LSU, and could you hit off of him?
Could I hit off Paul Skeens? Absolutely not. No shot. But yeah, I mean, he's done an unbelievable job, and he's obviously repped the brand of LSU very, very well. And, you look at what, Louisiana State University has been able to put out as far as just professional athletes, but also people who represent the brand. It's pretty special. I think the 3 letters LSU have grown into something more than just sports. I think that, it's become almost like a brand. And I think LSU is one of the most special brands in the country. I don't know that there's anybody else in the country that, has the power of the brand, that we do right now. So.
You guys, you and Carson Beck and a couple other guys have waited your turns to get these starting quarterback jobs at these huge schools. Do you think we might start to see things swing in that direction a bit more as you find success? Yeah, I mean, everybody's story is different. Everybody goes through different things. There have been a lot of successful transfer stories as well. So I don't know that, it's going to go one way or another. I think everybody's going to have their different, experiences. And so I think everybody has their own story.
Garrett, when it comes to being a coach's kid, did that add more pressure to you? What are some things that stick out about that, and how has your dad had an influence on you as a player?
I wouldn't say it's added more pressure. I think it's given me more experiences to actually lessen the pressure. I can remember my freshman year of college, going into places like Alabama and things like that. And I was a 12-year-old kid on the sidelines of Alabama football games before the game. So those situations and the big moments, they didn't really bother me. So, I'm extremely blessed in that aspect, of getting able to be a part of such, amount of crazy, cool, different things as a kid. And so it really helped a lot.